welcome to the latest video, and here's a review of my new car. It's a Ferrari FF. It's a Nissan Leaf. And the key thing to know about this one is that it's an electric car. That's right, you plug it in. Pure electric. So what the hell am I doing with an electric car? Well, my commute now is from here down to here, Southampton Central. This is a grand total of 2.8 miles. So, enough of the excuses. Let's see, unplug it and have a look around. This is a cheapest one I could find. It costs about £5 grand. This is a fast charger port. I haven't got the cable for that. But if we have a look around, it's not too bad. It's quite a tiny little car. So, what do we get for £5 grand? This camera angle kind of shortens the car. It's actually a reasonably spacious, well, no, it's a hatchback, four-seater. Little touch button there, so as long as you've got the keys in the pocket, you can get in. The wheels are blacked. I blacked them out because they were all curbed, so we refurbed those. Anyway, looking inside, pensioner beige, but reasonably inoffensive, so let's climb in and see what we get. Foot on the brake, press the button, and listen to this. Yeah, delightful. Okay, here's the dashboard. Power bar across the top, there's a white dot showing you're not using any. To the left of that's regen, to the right of that is you're using power. 74,400 miles. On the left there's battery heat. You can also see that it's telling me I've got a 39-mile range there. And if you look, I've also zeroed the trip meter. This is so we can actually see what that 39 miles on the guesser meter really equates to. I can tell you it will be less than 39 miles. So now I'm going to replicate my commute to the train station. The drive itself is as interesting as a fridge or a dishwasher. It's just yeah. I can't think of anything inspiring to say. It's inoffensive, I guess is about as good as it gets. Anyway, it does encourage you to drive in a certain manner, slow, leaving lots of gaps so you don't need to brake hard or anything like that. So I guess it does its job. Most of the commute is downhill lane, downhill coasting. Keep back from the cars in front so you can roll. Braking does give regen, but it's never effective as just not using the engine in the first place. So carrying on down, and you'll see me at the station in a moment. We arrived at the station, check out the trip meter. We've got 41 miles of range. We started with 39. That's rolling down a hill, free energy. Let's use those miles and do more representative driving. Bit around town, bit out in the countryside, just general motoring. So here we are, blasting through the streets of the sunny Southampton. This is pretty much the Leaf at its best. Stationary, silent, wait for the lights to change. Here we go. Don't expect Tesla-like acceleration, but it moves. Yeah, let's get out of town. This is getting dull. I really struggle to say anything interesting about the driving of this car. It just does what it does. You press the pedal, it goes. Press the brake, it stops. One thing, people seem to say that, oh, your electric car, it must be silent. Well, actually, no. I'll just put the noise back up. It's no quieter than my Range Rover was. So, 40 miles an hour is as noisy as anything else. Into the countryside of the joys of the open road. At one point, I nearly hit 50 miles an hour. Anyway, let's see what's happened to the mileage. So we started with 39 miles. We got 41 by the bottom of Hill Lane. We've now got 13 miles left. And we've driven 14.7 miles. So that's what, 26 miles lost in 15 miles. That is not a fuel meter, it's a guesser meter. So ignoring the mythical mileometer, we've got electric windows, buttons there that allow you to set what time it takes charge, reasonable sized glove box, the in-car stuff, you've got the aircon, stereo, all the stuff you'd expect. It's just an innocuous beige car. In the back of the car there are back seats. Yay! Old pensioner beige, grey, dull. Let's have a look at the boot. Not too bad size, but with that big bulkhead there and a really high lip. I mean, that'd be quite hard to get your Zimmer frame in there. So anyway, usable I guess. Let's see. Let's put the proper test though. Seats down, front wheel off. Yay! You can fit a mountain bike in there. I'm sure the mud on that grey, dull, beige interior won't do any harm whatsoever. If you are going to buy a second-hand Leaf, you need to get one of these. It's an ODB2 connector. They cost about $5 from China. You get an application on your phone called Leaf Spy. Gives you these pre-charts. You'll see this one refresh in a second. Here we go, state of charge is 35%. It also tells you the state of health. That's how good your batteries are. Mine are 59.7% healthy, and that gives you 40 miles. New ones should give you 100 and whatever. So you want as healthy a battery as possible. But 60% gives you 40 miles, so that gives you a rough guide to what to expect of general real-world motoring. So let's summarise while I wave the camera around under the bonnet. It's a bland, innocuous little hatchback, but even with a 40-mile range and 60% battery health, it's totally usable. It does what you expect. There's nothing exciting about it, but I'm amazed how many of my journeys are less than 40 miles. So plug it in and say goodbye.